I recently had the opportunity to go to the All British Day at the Strand in Townsville. This is an event run by the Townsville or North Queensland Jaguar Club. I'd like to say I rode up on the Triumph and spent the day talking to other blokes with bikes, but I actually went up with an old mate of mine who owns a Jaguar. I thought he might like to come and have a look at some other Jaguars, and he was pretty keen for it. We didn't even end up bringing the Jaguar, we just drove up in his Falcon. So we got there, and immediately there's this lovely line of MGs. Now I have tried to sort out this video a little bit, but even with stabilisation on, the little Vortex camera is not much chop. So please bear with me. On the end here, we had a couple of Austins. As I say, I'm using the Vortex cam. I really thought that would be readable, but it's not, I'm afraid. So, and if you listen to the pops and clicks and look at the shadow there, that's me completely failing to remember how to turn the camera off. And a close look at it there, because I'm pretty much short-sighted. Now, I would have cut this whole bit out completely, but if you just listen carefully, you can hear a bit of a loud exhaust going on in the background, which came from this lovely TR6 as our mate was trying to back it up the hill here. Beautiful, beautiful condition. See the bloke walking towards the front of the vehicle there with the cardboard. It took me a while to figure out what he was doing, but of course, being an English car show, they had to put cardboard under the engine compartments because they all dripped oil.
Yeah.
In the background, you would have been able to hear the stationary engines going off. And in the little enclosure they had, there was also this nice old Panther. My mate had a board there with some information on it, but I couldn't get his attention to grab it off him. But yeah, it's always fun to see the stationary engines, the old hit and miss, and the old diesel pumps. And we get over here into the more modern classics. It's one of the Minis, and this is a McLaren. Now, when we were in London, we walked past the McLaren dealership or showroom, and there was 3 McLarens in there. There was a road car, a racing car, and another racing car up on the wall. Now, this one here was my mate's favourite car of the show, and I believe it also won the overall car of the show. So now we'll get into some of the Jags. And look who should be here amongst all the people but the Queen. Just surveying all her subjects. Yeah. And also, if you look in the background, there's a Dalek. Yeah. It's almost like we were on the Thames River in London. There's the Queen. She came in a beautiful 1985 Silver Shadow Rolls Royce. I don't think I actually got it on film, which is a pity, but I was there to enjoy the show. I just did a little bit of recording just so that I can give you an idea of what was here.
This is an 88, so that wouldn't be an actual name, would it? The actual name. They're obviously the same. Yeah. I wonder how much where they get bought in there.
Right, we're just pointing out there that with the headlight wiper in that condition, it would have quite a lot of debris and bugs behind it. Bit of a look at the people around, and there's some more modern vehicles. And this, of course, is my area of interest. You got the Norton Commando, the modern Triumph, sort of PSA, older Triumph, matchless beside it. Another BSA. And the Triumph there looks a lot like the Tiger my friend used to own. A few more BSAs. An old war model there. Steve McQueen replica. Nice aerial. See our mate here with the bare feet. He was a member of the Mackay British Club. Telling me about the show they have on next weekend. I probably won't make it. I came back to have a quick look at this Norton. It's one of the more recent Nortons. One of the incarnations. And our mate with the bare feet I showed you before, he owned this Thunderbird. He was telling me he also owned a Speedmaster, so I asked him about tyre pressures. He told me he runs 38. So I've read a lot about tyre pressures, and they all say that they should be pretty high. So yeah, I'm going to try running mine at that. See if it feels any different. Look, there's my bloody fingers. Whenever I hold the phone with my hand, I always manage to get the fingers in the shot. But not for too long. So yeah, here's information about the Steve McQueen bike. Go on, shoot. Yeah, don't know how much of a replica it is. It kind of doesn't really do it for me, but anyway, the old 41 Beezer. Now we're back with the Jags. As I said, Robert owns the Jags, so he was quite interested in them. And he was telling me he actually used to own that one like that one in the middle there. So, and the current one he has is the model before or after the blue one there. It's just a bigger shot, just to show the area and how lovely it is down here on the Strand. There's a fair roll out of cars and people. Once again, I've tried stabilisation on this shot because the little vortex isn't much chop, but it's not helped too much. Yeah, this was, once again, I thought we'd be able to read this little sign. Maybe you can, depending on the size of your TV or screen. This was a replica of the first Lotus ever built by someone here in Australia. A lot of work gone into it, and it presented very well. And this here is a Daimler. This I just took as an example of how to stick a very big engine in quite a small car. And this one we wondered why the muffler was under the bonnet, but then realised that that's the air filter housing. Anyway, it was a very good day. I thoroughly enjoyed it.